Welcome to November. Happy November. Today, the day I'm filming is November 1st. It's November 1st. So I wanted to do a little welcome to November vlog. I'm just going to document what we're up to. It also happens to be the weekend. So we're taking things slow. I'm eating a breakfast sandwich. My coffee that I've heated up, I think, for the second time. What would you like, sweet girl? With a new month, I always like to take time to reflect, set some new goals, and also think about, especially now that it's November, we have 2 months until the end of the year. So let's make the most of November and December 2025. I was watching a video by one of my favorite YouTubers. Her name is Lauren Snyder. I originally found her because she's from Minnesota as well, but now she lives in Florida, and I've just kept up with her, and her lifestyle is like, I don't want to say the ideal, but it just seems really great. She's really focused on like her health and wellness, and she just seems to be like a really hard worker. And if you're like wanting to be like a content creator, she's just a great, I feel like, role model for that. So I've really been keeping up with her videos. I feel like I have a lot of similar like passions, but we are definitely in different seasons, and I'm pretty sure she's a bit younger than me. It's just fun watching. I'm always getting inspiration from different content creators. The video I watched today was I think it was like a solo weekend vlog, and she just shared how like there's importance to spending time alone and recharging and filling your own cup. And it was a good reminder for me because I think for a lot of my life, I put a lot of pressure and like dependence on other people to, fill up my time, make me feel happy, make me laugh, depending on others to spend quality time with me. She said something along the lines of, you are your own best friend, and the relationship you have with yourself really does matter. And I tend to overlook that, I think, in my life. I spend time thinking about myself, but not in like a productive way or like a helpful way. It ends up going more to like the negative. But let's just say I don't think I've been very much of a best friend to myself. All that to say, I feel like it's about time that I trust myself a little bit more, stop doubting myself so much, and move away from needing permission from other people to be who I am, do the things I want to do. I tend to tread lightly as I try things, and I just kind of look around to see how others are responding. And then that just goes back to, I think that goes back to people pleasing, and ultimately that does display fear of man, which the Bible speaks against. So look at me reflecting. 7:30 a.m. We are digging deep, and these are things that I've prayed about, been thinking about for a long time, just having fear of man and fearing the approval of others, and like honestly like needing it. So many areas of my life I hesitate to do and say things because I wonder and worry about how someone else will perceive me, what they're going to think about me. And that can just be really unhealthy and sad and lonely because you then don't truly blossom into who you are because you are either stifled by others around you that might shut down your idea or judge you or say something like that. But really leaning into embracing who I am and who God has called me to be, and letting go of what fear I might have. And I think I'm just really realizing this more and more these days because I am a mom now, and not that I wasn't setting an example, not that I couldn't set an example before, but I'm just more aware of it now. As my daughter gets older, like I want her to see and hopefully learn from me that, we need to love others. So I know growing up, like this focus was love God, love others. And a lot of times, yeah, I did. I put myself last, and I put myself on the back burner. We are still supposed to love ourselves. Remember that. It never says love God, love others, hate yourself. And I think that's where I got things wrong. I would love God, love others, and then I would just kind of forget about myself. Yeah, lots of self reflection going on this morning and the past month. I feel like I've really been taking time to just kind of think about and dissect why I say the things I do, how I act. I'm just becoming more mindful. In my past, I think for as long as I can remember, I've had some really good friends in my life, some really good relationships. I've been hurt, like I am sure many of you can relate to. I've been hurt by people, and I know it's broken my trust, and I feel like I don't trust very easily anymore. So that's just another thing I'm working through, is allowing myself to trust people and open up. We are made for community and to bond with others and have relationships. But I know that because of certain relationships I've had in my life, I've either really hesitated to trust certain people. There's certain characteristics in people. If I notice, I like immediately like will close myself off or like turn the other way. But I'm really trying to just open myself back up, because what a sad life it would be if we just shut all the people out that we don't have an immediate connection with, right? When I was younger, meaning I think more like let's say like my teenage years, I had a couple of relationships that were like great looking back. It was like really fun, but a lot of my relationships that I had, and I'm not like necessarily dating relationships. When I say relationships, I also mean like friendships. I was so dependent on the other person to do and say anything. Like if I wanted to do something, I'd always question like, okay, what will this person think? And based on that is the next move I would make. And anytime I kind of like tested it and then this person like was against it, didn't like it, I'd be like, okay, scrap that. I need to keep this person happy. So that just created a thank you. I think it ended up creating in me, or it just kind of stifled my ability to fully get to know myself and make my own decisions and, truly discover my passions and what I wanted to do, because I would base everything off of this person or these people. And a lot of times I would just follow their lead. Like, okay, they're going to college for this. Okay, I'm going to do that. Or like, oh, they're taking this class next semester. Okay, I should do that. And I just never really thought for myself. I just kind of would move. I would make moves. I would pivot based on how this person or these people were feeling or like what they were doing, because their opinion mattered so much to me. And I think, as a young girl, and going through those years where is a really like heavy on the self identity, like discovering yourself, I was so like impressionable and easily just not, I don't want to say manipulated, because that, I don't know, that just seems so, let's just say I was easily influenced to just do and say whatever these people wanted me to do, because I was prioritizing their opinion over mine. I wanted their happiness over mine. And it was like this weird, just confusing time. And as an adult, like I've learned from that now. Looking back, I've seen the impact it's had on me. So I definitely learned from that, but man, it was a confusing time in my life. Yeah, there's a lot more to it. I don't want to go into every detail, and I know at this point I think I'm just kind of ranting, but I'm clearly in a very like reflective state of mind right now, which is okay. I wanted to take time to do that. But it's something that I continue to like journal about, continue to pray about. I think the next step, though, for me could really be to talk to someone more about it, like another human. I think that would be the next step in me, like truly like moving past that and like healing from that part of my life. So anyways, I'm going to continue on here with mommy duties, and we're going to do some typical Saturday things. I have laundry to finish up. I do need to wash my hair today. I think later we will have some outdoor time. Hopefully get a workout in. And yeah, I've really been noticing joy in certain people in my life and how they exhibit joy, and that just seems to be a reoccurring thing. And I'm like, what's getting in the way of my joy? And I'm slowly figuring that out. But I feel like that's the word that has been put on my heart and that I'm clinging to here on out, is joy and finding joy. I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. So the little one was acting a little bit tired. Usually we only have her nap once a day. We do like a midday nap. But we had breakfast, we've been playing, and she just started like rubbing her eyes and she was starting to like cry a little bit. So anyway, she was just acting tired. I set her down to see if she would nap and instantly fell asleep. So I'm going to take this time now to actually wash my hair. I usually will wash it later in the day. I figured now would be a good time to do it because then it will actually have time to dry and I won't sleep on it with it being wet, yada yada. Also, laundry, what's new, that needs to get taken care of. So I'm going to shower, wash my hair, maybe do like a little face mask, and then work on some laundry and just kind of relax. I want to journal, do my Bible reading, and then maybe do some planning after that. I meant to leave this on for like 10-15 minutes. I think it's been like 30, so it's time to wash it off. I'm wearing like not Christmas PJs. These are still pretty neutral, but it was time to just break out the like thermal warm jammies. And I'm definitely going to put on my robe after this because I am chilly. All right, rinsing this off, brushing out my hair, putting on the robe, and we'll see what I get up to next. My husband is the cookie monster. He made 6 cookies, and they've all been eaten except for 2. This is what we're having for dinner. We found this at Sam's Club. It's like a Alfredo. It's a frozen meal. You can bake, you can microwave it, but we're baking it. We tried it a couple months ago. We really liked it. We just decided we'll have it on hand for a night like tonight. We just want something quick and easy. This looks so good. It's been a while since we've had it, but yeah, it just bakes really nicely and it has chicken in it and it's just super good. So I'm just gonna let it rest here, let it cool for a bit, and then we're gonna plate everything and dig in. I'm excited. Dinner was good. Baby wasn't the hugest fan of the pieces of chicken in the pasta, but she loves pasta. Any noodle pretty much she'll eat. So that was a hit. She had some blueberries and like a veggie fruit puree. She had a bigger lunch and breakfast. So she seems like she's good. We're just hanging out in her room. We usually spend time in here later in the day because we read our books. So whenever she gets a chance to play in here, though, she like takes it and runs with it. Look how beautiful the sky looks this morning. It's just stunning. It's like the perfect fall morning. I did a Target drive up order. Let's show you what I got. Well, we love mozzarella sticks in my family, so got that. I'm doing salads for my lunches this week. I love a good just Caesar salad, and then I grabbed Southwest one, and then they have this other what is it? Sweet kale. That one's really good. I got some bananas. I want to get back into making smoothies, and I just grabbed these easy grilled chicken for my salad kits. I grabbed frozen peas. Baby really loves peas. I'm trying to get her to consistently eat some different kind of vegetables, but peas are your favorite. So we're gonna go with that. This is a men's deodorant, but the scent, I smelled it the other day and I'm just like, I want to wear this. So got that for myself. We needed another one of these for baby because, as you can probably hear, she's like dealing with some lingering congestion, and this has been helpful. I've also noticed she's had some dry patches like on her leg and then a little bit on her face. So I'm just going to see if this cream can just help relieve some of that. It doesn't seem to irritate her though. Like she's not like itching and scratching it, which is good, but I don't know. I feel like this could help be soothing. I got this to put in her bath, and then we might put some in like a humidifier, again to help with like the lingering congestion. And then I'm going to paint my nails tonight. I'm going to paint them brown. I need to clip them down and shape them and file and all that. But I'm going to paint them brown, and then I wanted to do polka dots. So I'm experimenting. I bought these paint brushes, and I thought this one was a little smaller, but it should be okay. I just want to make little polka dots on my nails, so we'll see how that goes for me. That's it for our Target order. Also, it is a Sunday. We watched church online because baby's just not, I don't know, she's still recovering. She's coughing. So we just watched church at home today, and if you've been watching, you know that our Sunday routine is church, Chipotle. So we're at Chipotle. My husband ran in to order for us, and once he's out, we'll head home, we'll eat, and then it's football. It's game time. I don't even know if the Vikings play at noon or later. I haven't even looked, but soon we'll find out. And then for the rest of the day, we'll be doing a lot of my typical weekend stuff, like planning for the week, meal plans. Oh yeah, and happy daylight savings. It's so interesting. I woke up technically later than I normally did. I slept in. I usually on the weekend sleep until 6, so that's what happened. And then baby, I think, woke up around her normal time. Dada. And we're just trying to keep your schedule normal. Dada? Where is Dada? Is he getting our food? Yeah. All right, we're gonna head home, eat some lunch, hang out, and maybe I'll show you guys how my nails turn out later. Eek. I can respond to the winning Vikings.